Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing, I hope you could see that. This is my full slideshow presentation I spent like 2 hours making, and it still kind of looks crazy. Basically, I made a slideshow with all 12 tracks, and I kind of put predictions for what they might sound like. Not too well thought out, because that's not the point of this video, and also I'm just not very good at analyzing titles. But I thought them out for like the first 12 slides, and then on the last slide, put my actual ranking, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm just gonna get started and kind of like semi-explain what I think they're gonna sound like. Okay, The Fate of Ophelia. I don't know how I should do this. I feel like I should have done like a screen share or something. So Ophelia, I didn't research her too much, but she dies by drowning. You can like look up her story or whatever if you want. Kinda did, but like I'm not gonna deeply explain it. Opening track of the album, just kind of an interesting opening track title. Said it would sound like Cassandra, The Last Grammatical Dynasty, or Clairvaux. Realistically, I don't think it'll actually like sound like those. They're all like later tracks in an album, but thematically I think that's what it'll like sound like lyrically. But in terms of sound, I think it'll sound like an opening pop song, because that's what it is. 2, Elizabeth Taylor, and she's an American actress. Again, I didn't research her like too much, but you can do that, or you can watch another YouTube video, because that's not what I'm putting in this video. But it would sound like Clairvaux, The Last Grammatical Dynasty again, and maybe When Emma Falls in Love. That was kind of like a random one. Again, none of those make sense because they're all from like the opposite albums of what I think this will sound like. Maybe in terms of lyrically. It'll also be like The Lucky One, which I think I put for a later song on this album. Opalite, track 3. So Opalite is a stone. It's the October birthstone, which is her boyfriend's birthstone. So that's gotta be significant, right? And it's also kind of on the lover bodysuit. So I think Opalite has like some meaning of like, I'll put the meaning on the screen. Said Lover Midnights, like the albums, and then Mirrorball maybe. It'll be more of a love song than Mirrorball, but there's also a chance it could be like Mirrorball. I don't know. Track 4, Father Figure. Honestly, I have no idea. I couldn't even think of a song that I thought it'd be like. Some people were saying it might have connections to Eldest Daughter, because Eldest Daughter is after it, which I think that would make sense. Also, someone was saying it would be a George Michael sample in it, which I think people were just saying that. I don't think that's actually, but I don't even know, I don't know who George Michael is, but apparently there's a song called Father Figure. Eldest Daughter. I'm so brave with my one-handed chroma holding. This is track 5, so it's gonna be probably the saddest one, not the saddest one, but the most like, track 5-y. I put some sort of relation to Father Figure, Mirrorball, You're on Your Own Good, I Hate It Here, and like that kind of vibes. I just put a picture of her brother. 6, Ruin the Friendship. Everyone's saying it's about Blake Lively. I don't know anything about the Blake Lively stuff, but I thought I'd note that everyone was saying that. I don't personally think it's about Blake Lively. I think the title might like contradict with the meaning, and it's not what we think it's gonna be. And it's track 6, which is the happy song after the track 5 usually. So I think it might be a happy song, or not a happy song, but an upbeat song, if that makes sense. Actually romantic. I don't know how much you guys care about the slideshows, but I think they're fun, and I spent a lot of time on them. Actually romantic is a romantic song, I assume. I wrote comparison here, because to me I think about it like it being like, this is actually romantic. This isn't stupid, this is higher on the tier. I'm really bad at explaining things. I'll put a lot of things on here. But Suburban Legends hits different. So High School, this is a So High School one, I think. If there's any So High School ones, it's this one. And then Fearless and Speak Now era, kind of my guess. And we have Wish List with $signs, but I couldn't do that with the font generator. I did like quick little Google searches for all of these to kind of see what like the general public was saying, and then I was also kind of like making my own guesses, if that makes sense. The Wish List, a lot of people are saying it's about buying back her masters, which I think could make sense. It could also be, is it referring to physical items or maybe a love song? That's what I wrote. I think it's going to be like a 1989 really upbeat pop song, which I think is going to be like all of these. Track 9, Wood. Okay, so Wood's kind of hard to work with. This is the track I claimed before the track list came out, because I was like, track 9, always the best song in the album, basically. Not really, but track 9's always good. But Wood is kind of hard to work with. You can't really say too much about Wood. I couldn't find any like guesses for this one that made sense to me, because I was just like, it's called Wood. Like, no one knows what Wood's gonna be about. I literally wrote no clue whatsoever. I feel like I saw something that said like they thought of like Pinocchio, or they saw Pinocchio in the background of the podcast, which I don't know if that's real. Okay, I was just editing and I like saw myself talk about the Pinocchio thing, and I kind of wanted to like fact check it and see if that was real. So basically I looked it up. I was like, Pinocchio in background of New Heights podcast, and there was a Pinocchio in the background. I had a picture of it on the screen. So people I mean, I don't know. When I first Googled it, like, I didn't really see anyone talking about the song Wood, but I definitely did see it somewhere. A lot of people were saying it's like, oh, Taylor's a liar, and she's actually giving us more tracks. You know, it could mean nothing. It could be about the song Wood, or maybe she's a liar. But I was like, maybe it's Pinocchio. Maybe it's Pinocchio, or a character, like a doll, or something like that. A really random guess, but I have no idea. I wrote some other, like, track 9s. Track 9 can range anywhere from, like, Guilty as Sin, Bejeweled, Stay, Stay, Stay. But then also Coney Island, and This Is Me Trying. So, two very different sides of the spectrum. And for this one I wrote, it could be like Peter or Seven. Peter, I think, was just because of Pinocchio, and I think Seven was also because of Pinocchio. Track 10, Cancelled. Cancelled, all caps, exclamation point, singing like anxiety towards fame, canceling stuff, drama and show business in general. And for the songs that I thought it'd be like, I put I Know Places, The Lucky One, and Thank You, Amy. And we have track 11, Honey. I literally just wrote, like, literally all I have for this one is love song. And then I also put a little thing of all the other track 11s, because I think the track listing is, like, important. Just for reference, the other track 11s are Our Song, Forever and Always, Innocent, Holy Ground, It's Love, Dancing with Their Hands Tied, London Boy, Invisible String, Cowboy Like Me, and Karma. And then whatever it is on the Torch Poets environment. I'm not sure. I'll put it on the screen. Closing track, The Life of a Showgirl, featuring Sabrina Carpenter. I put similar to Sabrina's style of music. I don't know. I can't really picture Taylor and Sabrina singing together. I know they did on tour, on the Eras tour, but I can't, like, picture it in a song. And it's just a pop album closing song. And I put 1989. Again, I didn't really think through these guesses very well. Now we are going to do the pre-ranking. For 12, we have Father Figure. I don't think the song's gonna be bad. I don't even think it'll actually be 12 on my real ranking now that I think about it. But to me, it's the title that, like, I'm intrigued by it, but I'm not, like, pulling me towards it. 11, we have Wood. Again, I claimed this song. I was like, number 9 is gonna be the best, which it probably will be really good. But for now, it's just, like, Wood. And I'm not I don't know. 10, we have Wish List. Again, probably a really good song. I feel like in reality, most of these are gonna be, like, top 5, and I just, like, won't be able to rank them out of the top 5. 9, Ruin the Friendship. Again, I don't think the song will be bad. It'll probably be really good, but I don't know yet, and I have to put some below the others. 8, Elizabeth Taylor. Again, it's just, like, not a title that's really pulling me towards it, even though I'm sure it'll be, like, really interesting. 7, The Fate of Ophelia. I actually think this one might end up higher, too. I'm, like, telling you guys, I'm like, this ranking is not real. 6, Cancelled. All exclamation point. All uppercase, exclamation point. 5, The Life of a Showgirl, featuring Sabrina Carpenter. 4, Opalite. 3, Honey. 2, Eldest Daughter. And 1 is Actually Romantic. So that's my favorite ranking. Again, I'm probably so wrong. Like, this might be backwards order, for all I know. On titles, that's my ranking of the titles alone. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you weren't offended by my ranking or by my guesses on any of the songs. Leave your guesses down below what each of the songs are going to sound like, and also your pre-ranking, or you could just tell me, like, top 3, bottom 3, whatever you want. Yeah, like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you liked it. And yeah, I will see you next week, hopefully. Sounds like a sad, like, it sounds like it'd be like, let me read. Fearless and Speak Now era. Can't speak today. Guesses. Leave your guesses down below. What